Good morning. Today we are going to rebuild this corner and that other corner over there. They have a couple cracked blocks in them, and we will see what we could do. I'm gonna get started on this one first. Before, you can see that this is where the settling point is, but we're not worried about that. We are trying to get this block and possibly this block out to replace. And then I'll shim them up to take up the gap so we don't have any future settling. Sorry, I don't have a tripod, so I'm not recording the whole thing, but what I have to do now, there's the conduit going through it and it's all filled in. So when they fill in this, it expands and contracts with the winter when it freezes, and that's probably what caused all this block to crack. So I was able to pry that piece up, the blue stone and the top layer, put a wedge there to hold it up off the thing. This whole piece, pillar, corner piece, theoretically could come out, except there's a conduit in it, and that conduit is filled up the whole way. So I ended up wedging that side up. So see, this top piece is loose, but the conduit's holding it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my core drill, 2-inch bit. I gotta be careful because these are live. Hover over this and try to get through at least this cap so I can lift this cap off it out of the way. I'll let you know how I make out. I ended up cutting the conduit, pulling the wires through, cutting the conduit there, and cutting the conduit underneath the cap, the light, because the light post goes there, and it came right up. They were all loose. So now I got to take those 3 broken pieces off, that one, and that one, and go cut some new ones. I finally got it apart. I had to take the Stihl demo saw with a diamond blade and cut some. I tried core drilling around that other block that was here, but there was no way without hitting the conduit. So I just chopped it up with a demo saw, chiseled it out, and now I just gotta start rebuilding. Shouldn't be too bad, we'll see. I got them all cut. Now I am taking them apart and I have to drill through. So this is a top one here, that one goes right there, and then that one already has a hole. That was an original. I got to drill a 2-inch hole in this one, 2-inch hole in that one, 2-inch hole in that one. That one already has a hole. I already drilled that one. So I got 3 holes to drill. I got the last 2-inch hole drilled, so I'm going to restack them. And I have the hole going up on an angle to get to the original location of that block, so it's not straight down, but it's you'll be able to fish new wires through. All right, let me dry fit it. All right, that's the dry fit, and you can see all the way down. And then I have to do another half. That half is broken, so I'm gonna cut another half like that one, and then we'll put the center cap up, dry fit it all. I got it all together, a little bit dusty there. I did drill that out, so that's gonna go nice and easy. So if they ever have to snake new wires through, the hardest part is gonna be getting through that bottom block there that's cemented in with a 1/2-inch conduit. All right, well, I gotta pick up my scraps and then get ready to glue all this together. I'm gonna do the pickup first, kind of use that as a little break, and put everything in the wheelbarrow, all the scraps, and move the tools over to that corner, and then I'll come back and glue this. Well, this one's done. I ended up replacing four, and then cutting the new top piece because that was cracked. And I cut this one a little short right there. It's gonna be hidden by the grass. The most important thing is the view from the inside. So we could not get the exact match color. These are 20 years old, but we got the closest thing. And like I said, no one sees back here. So if we go to the pool side, walk around to the pool side here, that's what you see. So I replaced this one, this one, this one, and this one. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. And that one back there. Once they get dirty, they'll blend in a lot better. But it's the same color. They're just 20 years old. So they have a little patina to them. All right, well, I gotta go do this side now. And this side is gonna be the same thing because those four are cracked. And the reason we're doing this is there's lamps that go on here and the pillars are loose. So I re-leveled that one. So that one, once he puts the lamp back on it, he'll have very just fine tuning adjustments on it and it won't blow the wall out anymore. And then on this one, you can see, well, maybe you can see it's kind of bright out here. I got to put the plywood down on this grass. He doesn't care about the vegetation. But you can see all these are cracked. So even that one's cracked. But cracked, 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 cracked. All the way down to here. So now I got to figure out how to take this one all apart. See, this one is loose right there. And there's a conduit in there. And that's what's doing it, is that mortar, someone filled it in with mortar. And the mortar failed and turns into pure sand. And then it absorbs the water, this is my opinion. And in the winter it just freezes and it pops. So now I gotta take this one apart. And now the sun's out, so it's gonna be even hotter. So on that one that I didn't record, it was kind of all new. I actually have a system now where it goes pretty quick. So I basically take a block, and they have this odd shape here. So I line the new block up so the factory edge matches that angle, because that's the factory angle. And then the blocks stick out to here, and I split the block. It's like a block like this, so you could split it. So I take my guillotine and I actually split it on line. So the next one, I'll butt up to there, I'll scribe this line here, I'll bring it out front to the road where my trailer is, where the guillotine is, and I'll split the block out there, bring it back, slides right in. And after I get them all, then I'm gonna drill the holes. I'll have four holes to drill, so it shouldn't take too long. And this is going a lot easier. Like I said, because I do have a system, and I'm not afraid to take the wires right out like I just did. I was trying different ways to do it before, and none of them were working, so I ended up just taking the wires out. So, all right, let me go get another block so I could, actually I need two more. Let me go climb in the truck, see if I have two more blocks. There's a guillotine that I've been cutting the pieces off with. And let me jump up in the truck and I'll show you. I had to buy all those blocks just to get 8 blocks that I need. I'll show you why. So I'm in the back of the truck, and as you can see, I got 3 or 4 rows of block. Well, I can't use any of these blocks because they have the grooves all the way out to the end, and you'll see them. And I need blocks like this, right there and right there. And there's only 2 per row. 2 per row. So I ended up having to buy, and you have to buy this in a row. So I ended up having to buy 3 rows, but they actually had an extra 1 or 2 of those that were sitting around. So I grabbed them and they counted toward my row. But so I got all this extra block that I can't even use, but the homeowner can use it. So he's gonna end up with it and he'll make something with it. All right, I gotta move all these to get down to there. All right, so I just moved those off the pallet, and now you can see the blocks here have, this is a 90, that's a 90, that is not a 90, that is not a 90. Those go to match all your tapers. All the rest of the blocks have tapers. So there's only, these are called corner blocks. So there's only 2 corners per row. And so that means all, those are the last 2 I need. And that means all of this, that was a sample that I took from here to try to match it up. But that means all of this is extra, and you cannot return it. Like I said, it's by the row. So the homeowner gets to make another little retaining wall somewhere. I'm going to show you the color. So it has grays, dark grays, and tans, and light grays. So it's a pretty nice color. And this is the rock face, they call it, or split face. So what I'll do is I'll bring these back there and I'll make my mark, and I'll split this. So you don't have this edge anymore. It'll look like this. It'll look like this on this side, and this side. Just like I did the retaining wall caps in the other video. All right, I need both hands to carry these. So let me carry these back. So you can see, this is not a 90, and this the outside is longer than this back side. So I'll put it this way. So the long side's here, short side is here. Line it up like that. Take my square. Make a mark there. Make a mark there. And snap that. Easy part's done. I got the corner all cut. Now I got to figure out where to drill the hole and how to connect this. I don't think I'm going to be able to see that bottom one's already broken off. I might have to run those, keep those in the conduit. All right, well, we'll see. I'm going to put you back in the shade so the camera doesn't overheat while I figure this out. Well, whatever they mortared that conduit in is killing my diamond bit. So that's got to be a real strong mortar cement mix. So I'm not going to waste a $100 diamond bit. All right, so I'm going to mark this and I'm going to start drilling those. Well, I don't know what you ended up seeing in that or not, but pillar's done. Letting that glue dry, that top glue, then I'll put the pail over it. I got to pick up all my tools, and I'm going to come back tomorrow and unload the rest of the brick that I'm giving him because I am exhausted and it is 6 o'clock. All right, guys, both pillars are done. Got 4 new ones on this side, and I got a 2-inch core for the electrical going up. And I got 4 new ones on this side. And that glue is retaining wall adhesive, and it is wicked strong. So all I gotta do is wait 48 hours so they can put their lights back up. We tried finding the exact color of the block, but they are 20 years old or 15 years old. And over time, the batches change and the quarries change where they get the stone to make it. So we weren't able to get an exact match, but you really can't really tell from the inside. Too bad. The inside is what is important. So you can see there's a few, they glow a little bit because they're dusty and they're brand new. See what I do is I'll fall in the pool, come on this side, and there you go. So it's more so to make the lamps secure because they're cantilevered lamps and we don't want them, or he didn't want making the pillars any worse. Anyways, another really nice manicured backyard that I made dirty. All right, well, I'm not gonna jump in the pool even though he invited me to jump in the pool. I am out of here. I'm gonna go home and take a cold shower and sit in the air conditioning. Hey, what's up, ladies and guys? Hey, we just finished those 2 pillars on that pool patio. Sorry I didn't video too much. I think I have heat stroke. I drank 2 gallons of water and I have a wicked headache and wicked tired. I actually had to sit down like 4 times. So I am done. I'm out of here. I'm gonna return. I'm gonna come back tomorrow and give him the leftover blocks that we did not use that are in the back of the truck. I just don't have the energy today to do it, and they're not home anyways. So, all right, let me lock their gate and I'll see you in the next video.